left side of the collar, like there, and put in and forward. Then put in.
So one thing about, just generally, like when you're on turtle or you're attacking here, and we're in a position, so we were like here, and I think with the guys got like 4 points, so your hands are on the floor. You had done like a kochi, and my hands are here. Is sometimes I think it's tempting to like lock hands and do the same sort of roll that you would do if we were down in turtle. So like if you were elbows and knees on the floor here, now from here, going from this like seatbelt type position just to like a kind of turn, you can usually turn the guy over, but 4-point is harder. So usually if your hands are down on the floor here, if you want to roll, a lot of times what we'll do is take this arm away. And then you can, it's not like you're spiking, so it's relatively safe. It's not like you're spiking the guy down the head. Like if I just put my knees on the floor here, it's easier to get you down, right? And then we have two things that can happen. You know, one is we pull the guy across our body and we land in like a crucifix type position, which comes with some risk. You know, the guy will spin into you and like, and then alternatively, if we're back here and we capture and we pull and break the guy down, instead of pulling him across our body here, we can simply push off and roll and land in this position. So I think like the virtue of rolling across this way is you have your strangle arm in place. So it's not quite as easy for the guy to turn back in. Plus you have the ability to control with the underhook, and you can kind of feed the collar, you can threaten the, you know, we can start to move around the corner, look to scissor come up, make adjustments here. So, but I do think that sometimes people don't know, not you don't know, obviously you know what to do, but
I don't know anything about that.
like, come on, but people don't know what to do 4-point versus turtle. And like, like breaking the person down, because it's not the same. And sometimes I think people are either worried about rolling over the arm, or they're not sure like about breakdown mechanics. Usually if you chop an arm away, you do it in a safe way, like you scoop it up with your legs. It's a little easier. You get things down to the ground. You know at least where you are, especially in a live roll, you know, like that's so important. You feel safe.
When I'm there in that 4-point, this is what I'm always thinking. Like, I feel like, all right, if I was in a competition, I would go head and arm and dive my legs over and put all my weight on their back, right? But like, that's something I would never do in training.
You mean like jump on board and like throw your
jump
hooks
on the back?
Yeah.
But you don't do that in training, right? It's just something you don't do?
Not usually. If you're a lot lighter than the guy, sometimes you can get away with it. But I think that anytime you're jumping onto something, jumping into something, you're increasing risk for you and the other guy. Like
for sure.
If you miss, like if you fall off, it's like worse. And you know, there are plenty of athletic people who don't mind that. Like they're kind of they'll bounce off. So we're not talking to you. But like everybody else, it's not really a good bet to jump on the back like that. You know.
Even if it's not jumped on, right? Like if you're here, just even climbing on.
Even climbing on, like something, it's like. Excuse me, you don't know like a guy's elbows or shoulders, and then like something gives way and you guys both like I remember, I mean stuff like that happens in judo. I remember Travis was telling a story about like he went Uchimata and like the other guy, like both of their heads went like straight in the mat and he got knocked out. You know, you're still falling. Like it's not like you're powering the guy down, but you guys are both like head first. So if something goes wrong, it's not that great. Which is why these kind of like slower, so like if you're up 4-point, like these kind of like slower like circling actions that like incrementally break you down rather than like a big hard jump.
A lot of weight on my tricep.
That
was really nice.
All 122 pounds of me.